Okay.
So the first thing I want you to do before anything else is just say out loud, go yes with a big smile on your face.
Yes.
Harder, yes. All right. How do you feel right now?
I'm nervous, excited. Like I am nervous, but I am excited. It's more of a excitement, I guess.
I believe that. And can I tell you a secret to feelings?
Mhm.
Any time in our life, be it driving, be it hiring a coach, be it buying a phone, like anything at all that's worth doing. And you'll notice this when I give you this example. Anything in life that's meaningful to us and worth doing, that we know that on the other side of it, we're going to love our life, is never just going to be exciting. There is going to be nerves. Because think about it, if it was something that was meaningful but like super easy, wasn't going to change our life very much, right? Wasn't going to give us what we really wanted to make our life better in some way, it'd be exciting, but there'd be zero nerves. But the
Right.
nerves come from knowing that the thing is meaningful.
Right.
So what I tell all my clients, including anyone watching this 70 years in the future, maybe I'm dead by now, who knows? That's a bad joke, but it's true. Um, is if you are feeling excited and nervous at the same time, that's perfect. That's right where you need to be. I'd be concerned if you were just excited. I'd be like, then why do you need me?
Right. Right. True.
So
Well,
here's what we're gonna do. It's very, very, very simple. The first thing is in a minute here, I'm gonna get your mile marker, so to speak, in your mind of like what felt the most anxiety or inducing, so to speak.
okay.
Just so I know kind of where we're going with this mentally. And then what I'm gonna do is give you the very, very basic things on how I'm actually gonna coach you to be able to face that and feel totally fine. And then we're gonna have the experience of it. But here's the biggest thing. I want you to remember that you're in control, and you're in control from two points of view. One of them is, let's say we're driving and you're just down the road and you're 10 feet down and you're like, I'm a little too, like, more uncomfortable than is comfortable. You have all
Mhm.
the ability to pull the car right over, right? You don't have to listen to me. You can just pull over and you're good to go. That'll also teach your brain that you do have literal control, okay?
Okay.
The second way that you're in control is, have you ever seen someone, Kate, who's like not just driving, but who's just frantic at something and like
Yes.
they clearly, and I'm not talking to you, just someone else in life where they're like freaking out and all that, and you can see they cannot think straight at all.
Mhm. Yes.
And then you've ever noticed someone who might feel uncertain and nervous, but like they're staying calm, even though inside they're a bit jittery, but they can think clearly.
Mhm.
This just maintaining a calmness, which I'm going to coach you how to do as we do this, that is going to allow you to think clear as day.
Okay.
It's when we begin to let ourselves unconsciously just, that's when
Mhm.
we can't think straight, and then that we actually do lose control. But if we maintain calmness, even if there's some jitters, that's okay. That's totally
Mhm.
fine. We just want to keep ourselves regulated, and you'll notice that you have no problem whatsoever.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
here's the actual coaching piece. And this is all you're going to do, and I will help you maintain this rhythm through the whole ride. All you're going to do is be present with your surroundings, meaning not thinking about some crazy shit in your head.
Mhm.
That's in the recording now. All you're going to be doing, and I will guide you so I can make sure that your focus is there. You're just going to notice, trees around you or the cars. You're just going to be observing.
Okay.
And you're just going to be breathing in a specific way. And you don't need to overthink this. I'll guide you, but this is what it's going to feel like. Take a breath in through your mouth and then slowly let it out through your nose. Slowly in through your mouth, slowly through your nose. One more time. Slowly through the nose. How does your body feel when you do that?
I was getting very tense before that, and I'm landing. I'm coming back down. So, because
That is
I was beginning to anticipate, like, okay, where we go. I was already out there on the road. Where are we going? So now I'm more okay. I'm looking at my trees, and I'm landed.
So
Okay.
you notice, so you did what anyone else would do. You started to go into the pattern that your mind would go, and it's going to be broken today, that pattern. But you started to go there, and the second I brought up observe just what's going on around you, and then that one breathing brought you right down.
Yep.
So what
Yep.
we're going to do today is we're going to have, by the way, an extremely simple experience. We're not going to go full out. All we're going
Okay.
to do, when I tell you to, is we're just going to start driving naturally, but I'm just going to have you in the rhythm of that breathing first and
Okay.
make sure you're focusing on what's up. So like what's right in front of you right now out the windshield?
Right. Well, I have a 500-foot driveway, so my driveway takes me out. So,
Okay.
and I live amongst. I call myself Snow White amongst the trees because I live not in a neighborhood. I love my property. So
Oh,
I'm
beautiful.
yeah.
So, like I said, I was gonna get, so I'm gonna coach you through that, but we'll get that out of our mind for a moment because we'll come back to that in a second. Remind me, where do you feel fine driving and where does it become like, typically for you?
I feel the is something about the actual first mile of actually leaving my house.
Okay,
That's when that bothers me every morning.
okay,
Every morning, because it's the what is going to happen when I leave.
okay.
And then once I'm past that mile, it's kind of like I have if I can get through that, it's kind of like, okay, I have an acceptance of I've gone and we're going to carry on. Then there is a hill that I go down, and there is something about the elevation and the winding of it just sends me over sometimes. That I think is what I am anticipating right now. Like, that's going to make me nervous, like super nervous, but I'm being honest.
So, no, that's fine. I'm just making those notes here. So, here's the good news. We don't need to do all of it right now. Not even
Okay.
close. There is a success cycle, as I call it, and my mentors call it, that allows us to recode. I'm trying not to use nerdy language. That allows us to feel different about experiences that used to scare us. And I won't do the drawing board and all that, but basically, if you understand it this way, when we change how we feel, we tap into more of our ability to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we take better action, we get better results. We're like, oh, this is pretty cool. And that new pretty cool experience reinforces our belief that it wasn't as hard as I thought it was actually, which that belief shift allows us to go even further than we did before. And we have, wow, shit, I can go even further. What else can I do? And it's about two or three times of that where our brain's like, I can do whatever I want to do.
Right.
So we don't need to, like, we could if you chose to, but the intention today is not to go from 0 to 100. The intention today is like 0 to 30. And then you're going to notice that after this, it just feels so much easier to do the rest. This is not exposure therapy. This is you have control over your nervous system.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. Is that more comforting, by the way?
No, it absolutely is. It's like you're helping me build confidence.
Yes. And that's, by the way, that's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is most of us, be it driving or anything else, we think of the worst case scenario, so we're scared. Then we do the thing while we're scared, so it doesn't go well. And then our brain goes, I knew that would fuck up. And now that's our memory of it. So the next time we go in, we're more scared. And now we're on a backward cycle versus feeling good, doing well. Wow, that was so cool. Let's do it again. I did even better. And now we're on the forward. We just have to break the cycle.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
That sounds great.
So let's start slow and start real. So first of all, just don't move yet, but look at your driveway. Is the driveway itself scary?
No,
What
it's
color is it?
beautiful. It's green. It's beautiful. It's bright.
Is
Yeah.
it smooth and paved kind of thing or
No, no, it's a gravel driveway,
okay.
and it's a little windy, but it's I don't know. I love it. So I'm happy. Like, it's a happy driveway.
I love that. So here's what you do. In through the mouth, not even exaggerate, and out through the nose slowly, and smile. All right, in through the mouth, out through the nose. And as the first step, all I want you to do is, as you're breathing normally like that, I want you to drive just to like sort of nearing the end of your driveway, wherever that is, No
Okay.
specific spot, but kind of near the end. And just keep breathing in through the mouth, out through the nose. Do you like coffee?
I love coffee.
What do you
I'm ex- I have to drink coffee because if I don't I get a headache, but I drink one in the morning and one in the afternoon and I'm just cream and coffee.
Crave coffee? I love that. So when you're at like nearing-ish the end of the driveway, just pause there for a moment
Okay.
and keep breathing. We want to make sure that becomes its own unconscious habit, not something we have to think about. So for now, we got to think about it until it's automatic. Just keep breathing. What do we do? We breathe. Ah.
Okay, I'm about at the end.
All right, cool. So put it in park just for a sec.
Yep.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Good.
Yeah.
And by the way, again, it is normal to feel excited and good and nervous. Like, again, there would be no point of us doing this if it was just nerves, or pardon me, just excitement. So it's
Yep.
normal. But
Yep.
you being as excited as you are, mixed with the nerves, tells me that you have made a clear decision in your mind that this is done. You're ready to just be over it. So that's great.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm almost borderline emotional because like when you were talking about earlier, I don't know what exactly you were saying, but it's almost like emotions coming out. Like I am just so ready. Like so ready.
I love
This
that.
is this has been a big thing, a big part of my life that I don't like, and I'm ready to get it out, let it go.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So here's what, as you're still parked, do me a quick favor for a second. Close your eyes. Think of what used to be the overthinking or worst case scenario, but pause the image, so to speak, in your mind. Pause the scenario, and I want you to put a giant thick border all the way around it in your mind. And then on the count of three, we're going to shrink it down and blink it between black and white. So three, two, one, nice deep breath in. Shrink it down. Shh. Black and white, 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 black and white. Now put it to the side just in your mind. Imagine it's way in the side. And I just want you to imagine yourself feeling calm while driving. Like imagine yourself in the driver's seat, but you look totally calm. Tell me when you can see that.
I can see that.
Does that woman look calm?
He does.
Does she look like she's enjoying her life?
He does.
How does it feel to see that?
It feels good.
Okay,
But I want to feel that for sure.
so let's make that real. So open your eyes and just again in through the mouth, out through the nose, and smile. There we go. So here's the whole plan. All we're gonna do, it's gonna be very, I promise you, it's gonna be simple. Like I can make that guarantee. Is this first mile that you usually say that is like kind of feels challenging? All we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna do is I don't know where because you're gonna do it, but we're
Mm-hmm.
just gonna kind of go down that mile. I'm gonna guide you and coach you with your breath and your focus, so you kind of get the pattern down in your mind and body. And then we're pull over, whatever, but then come right back and into
Okay.
your driveway.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead. Whenever you are ready, because girl, you are in control.
Okay.
In through the mouth, out through the nose. And it doesn't need to be in any specific way other than making sure that when it's through the nose, it's just nice and slow.
That's something opposite. Like I feel like that's an opposite way of breathing, which is good because it's kind of distracting.
Mhm.
But I don't know why. I have to think about that on why to how to breathe like that.
Everybody does because
Is it
most people are used to and they're told in through the nose, out through the mouth, but
right?
most people are also anxious.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, just in through the mouth and out through the nose in a nice and controlled but normal way. And you'll notice like it just relaxes your whole body the whole time. And that's the purpose of it. In through the mouth, out through the nose. Looks like you live in a very like bushy, tree-y neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, my like I live off a main road, but my driveway is 500 feet, so I live kind of deep down in there, and so I don't really live in a neighborhood. But it is very outdoorsy looking. But I love it because now I'm right in the city, so
Oh,
um,
awesome.
it's like I don't have to drive 30 miles to go to a grocery store. I'm right
I
here.
love that. I love that. Um, So as you're driving,
Hmm.
just notice like it looks like a beautiful sunny day. Just be present with what's around you. In the most like you don't need to like look around like crazy. Just notice and take it in and enjoy. And just keep breathing. And just know that every next foot and next meter that you go is your life changing before your eyes because without exaggerating or being super inspiring, that's actually what's happening right now.
Right.
And you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you. I am. Right now I do. I feel very in control.
Good.
I'm not anticipating, am I gonna have a moment, you know? I'm just, even talking about that is not even bothering me right now,
Good.
which
And
is
I
weird.
want you to do another thing is making sure that at any moment you're making sure that your body, be it your hands, your arms, your chest, all that is just nice and relaxed. It's nice and loose.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be crazy loose, just loose enough, just not tensing it up.
Right.
Keep on breathing. I asked one of my teachers about a month ago.
Mhm.
I got to go to Italy and see him in person, and I asked him, he's a very humble, but also like a very direct guy. And I'm asking him my question. In the middle of it, he's like, that's not the fucking strategy. That's why it's not working. And I was like, okay. And he paused for like 10 seconds, and I'm looking at him like, are you going to tell me what the answer is? And he told me, he said, agoraphobia, aka driving far or being in public places, he said it's a breathing problem. Because what I've noticed, and I've already had so much success with it before him, I just wanted to hear it from like the grandfather of my field. I wanted to hear it from his, his pie hole. And he said anytime someone is afraid to go driving based on whatever experience, they just have learned to stop breathing. So you've got to just make sure you're breathing.
Okay. I love that. I'm gonna remember that.
It's the most simple but most profound thing you can do. So obviously being present and not in your head, being present with what's
Mhm.
but in through the mouth and slowly out through the nose. And you'll notice every time you do it, you feel this like calming in your body every time you do it. It's like a dose of melatonin, but it won't put you to sleep.
Right. So
How
I'm
it's
gonna do a U-turn right here and kind of go back, because if not, then I'll be getting into other places.
cool. So, how are you feeling so far?
I feel I feel very good right now. Like I feel in control. I'm not obsessing and overthinking. I'm just driving.
I love it. Good. So,
Um
I'm gonna celebrate you for a moment.
yes, yay. Look, mom, no hands.
That's awesome. So here's what's really interesting. And I'm gonna let the fact that your brain, so as I'm talking to your conscious mind right now, I will tell you your unconscious mind is recoding your experience. And as technical as that means, it's basically just the fact that when we have one experience of something and it's intense enough emotionally, our
Mhm.
brain locks onto that emotion of the experience. So we just need to have a couple of simple experiences to counter the old crappy one. Okay? Now,
Okay.
I'm explaining how that works in practical terms. Um, some people grow up in a culture, for example, where you must dress in very nice clothing, no track pants, no hoodies. That's just the culture in some places. And we all grow up with rules like that where you cannot do this thing. And you ever notice that it's when you grow up and you think about doing that thing and you have such a fudging hard time doing it because your whole life it was like you couldn't do that, you couldn't be that way?
So I'm so sorry. I'm going to stop you right there, because this is a moment that I normally get kind of off track, and it's just because I'm having to sit and wait on a light, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. So,
And so I'm just going to sit at this light, and
so
I'm going to wait to turn left.
perfect. In through the mouth, out through the nose. And make sure that when you're breathing like that, you're not doing it for any other reason than just feels good. Not because we're panicking, just breathing because breathing keeps us alive and not dead.
Yes,
Yes?
I am not dead. I am
Just be
alive.
present. One thing I would actually love for you to do, look at the light for a
Mm-hmm.
moment and go,
Look in the what? The light.
go, go, do
Mm, okay.
it again. There you go, do it again.
Okay, there's my life. That's
There
hilarious.
you go. There you go. How
Okay.
was
So
that?
I went through that. We're on the road. Good.
I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I
And by the way, anytime, I'll tell you what's actually happening. Anytime, I'm sure through this drive, you've had like the ever so slightest amount of like,
am.
and that's, by the way, that's normal. The reason I want to point this out is not just for you, but for anyone who's also watching the recording, because if they're like, fuck, well, I had moments like that, that's okay. And the reason is because when we have been doing something as a habit for so long, you'll notice that when you're starting a new habit, your brain does for a second go the other direction. We need to like, oh wait, let's go back the other way. It's just
Right.
a habit that we're undoing.
Right.
So it's 100% normal. That's to be expected.
So I am back in my driveway.
Give me a little party in the seat. Yes, 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 yes.
Um, and that habit, I ever since I really truly believe when you're saying I can relate to you saying it's a habit because this is all situational. I don't do this everywhere. I don't do this at work. I don't do this when I'm hanging with my friends. I don't do this with the family. It is only certain situations or times of day that I'm doing this. So I know I'm not crazy. So it's just the situation I need to get past. And it's a
100%.
habit of having to do that. So I
100%.
just this is gonna be great.
How do you feel knowing you just did something that you didn't feel like you could do?
I feel great. I feel like I'm a freedom, a sense of freedom. Like I'm okay. And that I just want to be okay. And that's what I feel right now. It's like I'm good.
Good.
So yes,
So
that's
once you're like parked for a second, I want to do a
uh-huh.
this with you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
Let me
no worries. You can just listen to me as you're going to park. But one
okay.
thing to explain to you that we're doing on the road is, um, some things have been conditioned into us for so long that, you shouldn't be this way or you should be this way or whatever. And when we're adults,
Mhm.
we go to think, oh, I want to do the thing that I couldn't do my whole life, or I don't want to do the thing that I was told to do my whole life. There's a part of every single one of us that goes, because we were conditioned.
Right.
And all it requires is conditioning in the opposite direction. The thoughts and feelings that we get from doing something outside of what was normal and conditioned is like death. And I want you and everyone else on this call recording to hear this. It is normal. Like, obviously this is my business, and anytime I have raised the price due to demand and all the normal stuff in life, I have felt like I am gonna die and I'm gonna never eat again and the world's gonna fall apart. That's just a normal part of literally just stepping outside of what's comfortable. Is it's
Right.
normal to have thoughts and feelings of like, but what, it doesn't matter if it's driving, it doesn't matter if it's kissing that guy for the first time on a date, it doesn't matter if it's like getting a new wardrobe. There's a part of us that's like, I can't do that. That is not known to me. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yes. Yes.
And that's very normal. And so the way to get through that, as simple as it is, or as simple as it sounds, but you did just experience it, is we breathe to calm our nervous system down. And as we're feeling okay and comfortable, we allow the experience to come in and we're feeling comfortable. Regulate, comfort, 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 new experience, comfort, 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 new experience. And what happens after 2 or 3 times? We don't need to regulate, it just comes in and it's comfortable.
Yes.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
It does. No, it totally makes sense. It's being calm during change because change
100%.
is uncomfortable.
That's
Yeah.
right. So close your eyes for a moment and think about that drive that you just did for a second.
Mhm.
And I want you in your mind to kind of replay driving where you did, feeling the same feelings of calmness and excitement that you did there. Remember what that felt like in your body. And I want you to see yourself going all the way down the road to where you started turning around, the red light where you went to the camera or to the red light, like,
Yeah.
right? You,
Yep.
you laughed at it. You laughed at a red light, and you haven't done that in God only knows how long, right? and then you start
Right.
back and you just accomplished something you hadn't done in how many years?
With that calm and without alone completely a very long time. I've been battling this for 10 years. 11. This is 2025. 11.
Time is done now.
Yes.
So here's my question to you, because I do want to explain how this works. Um, we have one great experience of something,
Mhm.
and we're like, wow, that was amazing. Then there's a question in our head of like, okay, can I do that again though?
Mhm.
What we need to do is confirm in our brain with experience, like, yeah, of course we can. Because then the next time we do it, remember how I said 2 or 3 times?
Yep.
Next time we do it, our brain's like, okay, well, I'm not questioning that anymore because that's obvious. But what else can I do? We have one more experience and our brain just never questions it again. And it literally opens us up. It's about 2 or 3 experiences of something before fears go away of something.
Mhm.
So, how much time do you have?
I have time. I have time. I'm done for the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's do it. What I would love for you to do. So how far, I'm not saying we even have to, by the way, and I really do mean that. I'm not just saying that to keep your mind calm. How far away past the mile of acceptance is the hill? Just so I have an idea of time.
Um, literally, it's okay. So the if instead of doing a U-turn, I would turn left and go down the hill.
Okay. Okay. How long slash far down? No, not how far down. That doesn't matter. How long does it take to go down that direction?
It is to the hill or down the hill.
Down.
Down the
Down.
hill is a good 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do me a favor and think about how you just felt and the drive you just did.
Uh huh.
And as you're thinking about it, just kind of like, yes, for a second. Again, yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love that. And I want you for a moment to take that feeling of accomplishment and think about going down the hill. But before you go down the hill in your mind, I want you to look at it the same way you looked at the red light and go,
Okay.
okay, go ahead. Go thinking about that. There you go. Do it
Yeah.
again. Do it again. One more time. There we go.
Okay.
I love it. All right. Now, with your eyes closed, think about the hill for a second. Just look at it where you would start. How do you feel?
Well, I'm a little giggly about it.
Good, good. Would you like to change how you feel about that hill forever today?
Are we doing that today?
That's where I'm leaving it up to you. So like I said, you're in control.
Um, I would love to do that next time,
Okay. Can I ask
if that's
why?
okay.
Sure.
Because I'm doing it. It's happening. It's happening. That's what it is. I'm pulling back from it just because that damn hill. Um, we can do it. We can do it. Or I could do half of it and come back right in the middle of it.
That's true. If you chose to, you absolutely could. And that's what I told you at the beginning. What's beautiful about this is it is pure choice. If we're going down there and you're like, pardon my French, fuck this noise,
Yeah.
I'm not in control of your car. If you're going down and you're like, huh, this is feeling pretty good, do the whole thing. It's choice.
Okay.
Okay? And you have
Okay.
my guidance. I got you.
Okay. Let's do
Let's
this.
do it.
Okie dokie.
What's that?
I said okie dokie.
In through the mouth, out through the nose.
Okay, yeah, let me get that rhythm down because I'm gonna practice that where it is natural because it is a different feeling of type of breathing.
Yeah, absolutely. When so when I was learning hypnosis, they
Mhm.
talk about breathing. And I like to notice patterns, and I noticed that they use that pattern of breathing to get you in a really relaxed state to go into a trance, but you can also just use it to just calm yourself down because that's the point of it. And so I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to use that with all my clients, and it immediately calms your nervous system in like 2.2 seconds. So it's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
And just stay
All right.
present with yourself. Stay
Yep.
present with what's going on around you.
Yep. Okay.
And can I tell you the other secret to this?
Yes.
Part of the problem when we're feeling nervous or anxious about anything is we're focusing on the wrong thing. We need to be focusing on what's going to happen at the end of the thing. So, for example, if someone is afraid to go for a swim, which I've had a lot of people who've had phobias of water, They're
Mhm.
focusing on the XYZ bad thing, what happens when they're getting into the water. They're not focusing on who they're going to be once they've swam and they get out of the water and feel like a rock star,
Right.
right?
And I'm
We need to focus on who am I going to be at the end of conquering this thing.
yes, I'm going to be that rock star.
Yes, that's why I'm bringing it up. So I want your mind, don't think about the hill. I
Yep.
want you to think about yourself at the end of it having accomplished it and it's done
Okay.
as you're breathing. So I want you to think about what's at the end of the hill, and you're that badass rock star. And
That's right.
think about how you'll feel when that's done. And breathe in the mouth, out the nose.
Okay.
Slowly
In the
out the,
mouth,
yep,
out the nose.
that's right. Slowly out the nose. In the mouth, slowly out the nose. Keep your body just nice and loose and loosey-goosey relaxed. And by the way, can I
So
already tell you that
yes.
you already did the hardest part? And I don't mean driving. The hardest part is choosing we're going to do the
Mhm.
thing. You notice how I asked you,
That's what got me um because the only answer to that is because I'm scared. That's the only answer, and that's why I'm here to stop doing that.
that's right.
So that's not a good enough answer,
And
or reason to not do it because that's
it's
why I'm
true.
here.
And you know what? Fear is a very valid thing. We just have to teach our brain when it's not very appropriate to be afraid. And that just requires new experience.
So I'm at the light to
Okay.
turn to the hill,
Mhm.
just so you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
Get crazier with it.
Mhm.
There
So
you go. And by the
um
way,
yes,
it's okay to feel nervous. That's okay.
yes.
One breath at a time, literally.
I I'm doing everything I can to be in this stance because normally when I get really anxious, I'm like by the air conditioner and I'm on. So I'm
Yep.
trying to position myself to chill.
In the mouth, out the nose. In the mouth, out the nose.
Okay.
And stay
Yeah.
present with what's around you. Just
Yep.
notice the road, nothing else.
All right.
Okay.
Turning. Okay.
One foot at a time. What's that?
Oh, nothing. I'm good. Okay.
It's
In through the
okay.
mouth,
It's okay, and it's okay to feel nerves. That's normal. You're gonna
out
prove to
through the nose.
yourself. Pardon me?
Okay. In through the mouth,
Yep.
out through the nose. Okay. So now I'm going down the hill.
Okay.
Okay.
Slowly out the nose. And just see.
Oh,
It's all right.
okay. Okay. In through the mouth,
Keep your grip nice and loose and relaxed. There
out
you
through the
go.
nose. Okay, Tyler. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You're all right.
Okay. It's happening. Okay. So should I turn around or should I keep going?
You have free will. Go ahead and turn around.
Okay.
Choose.
I am going to turn around for a minute
That's
because I'm
okay.
getting a little anxious,
Okay.
crazily.
As long as you do it, listen to me as you do it.
Yes.
Just
Sorry.
no, you're okay. Keep just do what you need to do. Just keep breathing.
Okay.
Don't forget to breathe.
I'm breathing.
Good.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Well, um, so this is real. This is
I know. I'm here with you.
okay. So what I'm doing is what I also don't like to do, which is sit in the middle of an intersection with no light and I don't see a break. That's
Mhm.
what gets me like I feel stuck.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Mhm.
And
You're doing great. You're doing great.
thank you.
Keep breathing. You're doing great. You're doing great. There you go. That's it. Keep breathing. In through the mouth. Slowly
Out
out.
through,
Pardon me?
I was doing out through the nose.
That's okay.
I keep getting that mixed up.
That's all right. Just keep breathing. And you are doing fantastic, by the way. Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
What's really interesting is when we are in a state of any kind of fear,
Hmm.
naturally, our brain wants to say that we're failing or we did something wrong, when the reality of something is when we look at the experience in hindsight, it went perfectly. Most people will never, ever, ever face a fear like you just did. Ever. They will never do. And you're what, 25?
42.
Okay. So 26. Got it. Okay.
Yes, right. Thank you, though. No.
And they will spend the rest of their 50 years of life living in the prison of their own mind. You did what 99% of the planet literally, and I think you can probably believe that as well, 99% of the planet will never, ever do. You're actually incredible for doing this, and I admire you a lot for that. I have a lot of respect for you right now.
Even though I turned around in the middle of it.
Absolutely. I told you in the very beginning before we even left, I said, if you need to turn around, turn around.
Thank you.
And I really do want you to pause and show yourself some being proud of yourself as well, because a lot of people do take an experience like that where they feel fear quite a
Mhm.
bit and say, no, 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 I failed. No, you didn't. And for anyone else in the future who may be listening to this, you didn't fail. The fact that you made a decision to say, I am putting this part behind me and I'm going to move forward with courage says way more about your character than if you were to stay in fear your whole life.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. I've stayed in that state long enough. So I will conquer that hill.
Pardon me?
I will conquer that hill.
Yes, you will. 100% you
Yes, I
will.
will.
Look at the determination in you. This is, and I
No,
know,
absolutely. No.
and I know that you
Huh?
haven't. Oh, you're breaking out a little bit. There we go. Let's say it again.
Okay. Yep. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh no, I wanted you to finish because you said I will or I did what? What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just saying I will conquer that hill. Like that is, I will get through that
Yes, you will.
freaking 3 mile stretch of elevation. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
absolutely you got this. And I want you also to think about what you accomplished all the way there, from the fact that you did the first mile all the way to the fact that you did go down halfway through and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make a deliberate choice here, and that's okay. You're
yeah.
human and fear is a natural part, but you didn't let fear stop you from doing the thing.
No.
How do you feel right now knowing that you're like, I am this badass bee and I did something 99% of the world will never dream of doing? How do you feel?
I feel motivated to keep doing it. Like I want to accomplish this. Like I feel I'm motivated, I guess, and I feel good about myself. I'm gonna put away that I didn't complete it, but I voluntarily went to it to
Yes.
try to face it, and that I am proud of because normally I'm like
And can we just mention you said to try to face it and you didn't try, you did.
did face it. That's true.
Did.
Yeah.
Because you know what? So even in business, when I'm coaching people on uh, how to coach or to get on a sales call or to ask out the pretty girl, because I do a bunch of different fears and phobias.
Mm-hmm.
Most people will say, "Oh, I got in the sales call and like I got really scared halfway through, and then I couldn't finish very well." And I'm like, "But did you get on the sales call?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "And how long had you been canceling on your own prospects because you were so afraid to get on it?" They're like, "Every time." And I'm like, "And you got on it."
Right.
Talk to the person. Just like when a guy goes up to a girl and they used to see the girl, they were like maybe 10 seconds away from saying hello, and then they just no, and then they made an excuse in their head because they were so afraid. But then for the first time they say hello, and then they get a little bit awkward and say, all right, well, I gotta go, I just wanted to say hi. They think that's a failure. That's not a failure.
No, it's not. They said hello.
That's right. And they avoided a girl for 10 years and they finally did it. Like we tend to think about where we want to be versus what we did and we say it's a fail. We don't need to get all the way to the very end before it's a success. It's a success when we make a decision to say, I'm going to go further than I've ever been more comfortable with before.
Hmm.
So you got to be damn proud of yourself.
I'm damn proud.
And how do you feel right now?
I feel good. I feel good. I mean, I feel good. I feel proud of myself that I was nervous and still tried. Even down to saying, okay, let's go. Let's do this.
Good.
That's good. Because it's normally it's like, or who's going to come with me? Or who am I going to call and talk to? Who's got my location? They can come find me.
So
who am I going to? I didn't even tell anybody I was going. That's another too. I usually make a call and be like, hey, I'm about to leave and I'm going somewhere. So
girl, so many accomplishments today. So when you pause for a minute, I want you to do, it's gonna be super simple, but I want you to notice something that I doubt you did. So tell me when you paused.
Okay.
And by paused, I mean parked.
Yep.
All right. So I want you to notice something. Close your eyes and recall the moment you were going down the hill for a second, but just keep breathing. But just observe it like a movie, like just a memory, because that, by the way, it is a memory now. It's a very real memory. But just notice something when you're thinking about it. I want you to observe everything that you saw in the memory and notice, was it scary when we look back? I'm not saying in the moment. When you look back at it, I want you to observe everything around you and notice, was it scary?
No.
No.
No, it wasn't. I mean,
So breathe in through the mouth and out through the nose slowly as you look at where you were when you previously felt fear. And I want you to stay with that for a moment. Stay with what you noticed visually. And I want you to almost be in that memory as if you're in some weird holographic movie and just kind of like in your mind, look around and be just, there was nothing scary here. And as you do this, I want to tell you the reason I'm having you do this is because there's something called the remembered self versus experienced self. All that simply means is in the moment it felt scary, but when you can go back in your mind and re-experience it as, no, actually we're good. This kind of fine. We did that. Incredible, nothing bad happened. You can go further the next time if you choose to, because the way that you remember it is not scary.
okay. That makes
When you think about it right now, how do you feel?
I feel fine. Everything was controlled. There wasn't nothing crazy going on.
That's right.
It was fine.
That's right. So open your eyes. Give yourself a giant pat on the back.
Good job.
I'm so proud of you. So excited for you. Now with your eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. Think about the first mile drive that you did. How exciting was that?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. And honestly, on the way back, I wasn't even, everything was fine. You know, like I didn't, even at that light, the first light that I stuck my tongue out at, it was just, we just went. It wasn't a thing. So
And notice
I was,
no, I was gonna say, notice how when you just saw the red light. Now, what do you feel? Think about the red light?
yeah, I feel nothing about it and I was so just naturally driving on the way back that it wasn't even a thing. So,
So here's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna put this on the recording just as the last piece, at least on the recording. Remember how I said we, have a good experience, then our brain's like, did that really just happen? We have a second one, our brain's like, okay, it did, and that felt fine. And then we have a third one that's a good experience, and our brain just starts to open up, right? What we're gonna do at the time of this recording, it is Tuesday. On either Thursday or Friday, one of those two, I want you to schedule in with me, and we're going to do this again. But you're going to notice that your level of calmness at that point, there's a reason we're doing it a couple days away, and I'll tell you what that is in a second. You're going to notice by the time we do it, it's going to be like, it's going to feel like why was I ever anxious? I don't understand. I can't comprehend why I was ever anxious. And here's the reason. Our brain generalizes. What I mean by this is, I think I gave you the metaphor before. If you learn how to drive a car,
Mhm.
and that was the only thing you ever learned how to drive, but then I put you in a truck, your brain can just figure it out because it goes, this is like that.
Mhm.
Make sense?
Mhm. It does.
Because the ignition's in the same spot. We're like, oh, this is like the car. We do this and do this. Our brain doesn't need to have like learn all the things. So the fact that you just unlearned anxiety in the first mile, you did the first half down the hill, you're totally fine. You had a moment of fear, which is fine, but you came back, you felt fine. Your brain is going to generalize that out, and you're going to notice the next time you think about going down the hill, even, you're going to be like, okay, cool, let's do it. And you'll still have control whether you actually choose to or not. That's the beautiful thing. I'll never force you or anyone else to do it. I'll always give you the option to let you know I'm right here with you.
Okay.
Because then that way, when you get the change, you get to own it. It's not like, well, Tyler didn't. No, Tyler did shit. He
Yeah.
just guided.
Right.
Because I don't want the win to be on me.
Mhm.
Even though I'm glad to take the testimonial out eventually. I don't want the win to be my responsibility, and I don't want the loss to be my responsibility. Right?
Mhm.
I
I
just
understand. Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is have a third and probably likely, honestly, if I'm being dead honest, third and probably final experience of you driving. And then what you're gonna notice is that by the next week, when you think about driving, be it the first mile, be it down the hill or any of that, it's gonna be like perfect, good to go.
Okay.